Hey guys, welcome back to El Earth Angel 50 here to give you another message. So this message, hopefully she'll be brief, okay? And I want to try to keep it as positive as possible. So I'm going to start out with a prayer for protection first and foremost. The light of God surrounds me, the love of God enfolds me, the power of God protects me, and the presence of God watches over me wherever I am, God is. I also have not been reading from one of the books that I usually use. And I had decided rather, a while back that I was going to start it at the top of the message because when I say I'm going to do it at the end, I have been forgetting, okay? So for those of you who celebrate, happy Easter. I am in the process of cooking, so if you guys hear any bells, whistles, clicks, and dings going on, that's what's going on. I'll tell you guys that my family, is still going through, but we're going to celebrate together. Even though our numbers are small, we are still mighty, okay? And I am praying for everyone, okay? So love and blessings to you no matter what you are doing up on this day. And he has risen. See, there go one of those little bells. He is risen. So I may have to pause a few times to, kind of like get things out of the oven. I don't have much left to do. Okay. But yeah, there's a lot going on. Okay. And I just want to say before I read out of the book that, you all are protected. And those of you who resonate with that, you know who you are. You are protected. If you have any children, they are protected, okay? They are protected, they are loved, all right? Great is thy faithfulness. This is a 365-day devotions from our daily bread, okay? And I'm going to read the one because they're dated by day. I'm actually going to read the one that they have here for April 20th. Oh, and to all my 420 babies, don't hurt yourself now, okay? Don't hurt yourself. God reigns, okay? If you're looking for something to read, you could read Psalms 93. Alleluia. Alleluia. Because it doesn't say hallelujah, y'all. It says alleluia. For the Lord God omnipotent reigns. Let us be glad and rejoice and give him glory. Revelation 19:6-7. I remember, the shock and the grief I felt in 1968 when Senator Robert Kennedy was assassinated in LA. People everywhere, regardless of their political afflictions, were numb with grief and horror. Coming so soon after the assassination of his brother, President JFK, made it even more tragic. Yet, after Senator Kennedy's funeral in St. Patrick's Cathedral, the walls echoed with the triumphant words of Handel's Messiah, the Lord God omnipotent, reigneth, and he shall reign forever and ever. These words do not suggest that God willed the assassination. They are triumphant affirmation that in spite of such events, God achieves his good purposes. People do things that anger and grieve him, but he is at work bringing good out of evil, light out of darkness, joy out of pain, order out of chaos, and life out of death. In Psalms 93, the pounding waves of the sea that have lifted up their voices represent humanity in turmoil and opposition to God. They sometimes seem to be winning the battle, but the Lord is mightier than the noise of many waters. One day he will completely vanquish all opposition and usher in the perfect eternal world he has promised us. our God reigns. And at the end, it says, hallelujah. Okay, because it said, hallelujah at the beginning. And at the end, we get a strong hallelujah. The more clearly we see God's sovereignty, the less perplexed we are by man's calamities. Now, y'all know this is not traditional tarot over here, so this might not be for everybody. This is how I do it. This is my channel. People do what they want to do on their platforms, and hopefully it's positive. Okay? Hopefully it's positive. All right. I am, the messages are never about me. Sometimes I come in the frame. Sometimes I'm not. Y'all, I'm kind of a mess right now because I've been not cleaning. Not yet. That's after everything is done. But I've been up cooking. Y'all, I made some macaroni and cheese. I got my cornbread in the oven right now. What else we got? I told you we're meat eaters over here, so we have some ham. We also have some mashed sweet potatoes. I have yet, I'm going to do the vegetables for last. And we have some ribs, some baby backs that still have to go in the oven because, you guys, even though I do know how to grill, that's a lot of work, okay, and efforts, and I do everything here by myself. Yes, things are made from scratch. The mac and cheese was delicious. Like when I season everything, I know y'all know I just chit chat with y'all sometimes, but I didn't even measure things this time. I was like, let me do it like grandma and them used to do it. You just put some in there. And then you just, you taste it. And then if you need a little bit more, you put a little bit more in there. So, I would love to switch up my eating habits and my lifestyle at some point in time. But for this meal, we have, a combination of things that if somebody were vegetarian, they could eat. And if you eat meat, there's things that you can eat. I know that I was out at the store the other day. People were buying their greens and their neck bones and the ham hocks. And, a lot of y'all are cooking the Southern style, and I have some of that going on here as well. So whatever you're doing today, however you celebrate, whatever you cook, if you don't celebrate, happy Sunday to you all. So we're about to have spiritual church. Many of you may be maybe still at church. I'm not exactly sure. What time is it, Spirit? Okay. Oh, yeah. Some of y'all might just be getting out. Y'all know how some churches do, but no, y'all probably already out. It's almost mid-afternoon here. Soon to happen upon the evening. So I am going to do a little bit different of a message today. I'm only going to be using the cards that I am guided to on the table just to kind of pull in a general message. And I've been getting a lot of relationship things come in lately. Just wanting really to see why there's been blockages, how we can better get along as a whole, and this be in any capacity, because everything is not always going to be peachy. It's just not. Okay, so I'm going to get let's get a You Got This card for School 3. Let's see what comes out. And you guys excuse my nails. I'm giving my nails a break for the moment. And it's not about what things look like over here. I typically do come on with my nails done, but not today. I'm just, just cooking. So I was like, I'll just wait till I'm done with all of that. Give my nails a chance to breathe, my natural nails. And then I will, because I like to have my nails done. I like to have a pretty color on my nails. All right. And because people want to take from others, finances have been tight. But, God has assured me, and He has assured many of you, that you will always be taken care of. Okay? No matter how much people have tried to persecute you. All right, Spirit, let's see what you want to show us. What's a good You Got This card? All right, what's this one? Looks like one I may have gotten in the past. Yes, when you get when you get into a tight place and everything goes against you, till it seems you cannot hold on for a minute longer, never give up. Then for that is just the place and time when the tide will turn. Harriet Beecher Stowe. I love this one as well. I've gotten this one before, and I think that was perfect to what I was just saying. And what I say often, that no matter what is going on, you never know when that right thing is going to swoop in and change things. Okay. Think like a queen. A queen is not afraid to fall. Failure is another stepping stone to greatness. And this is by Oprah Winfrey. Look at that. I've never gotten this card before. I've actually never really looked through them all to see who the quotes were from. I know that's right, Miss Winfrey. I know that's right. Because they have tried to come for her many times. Okay, and again, maybe it was warranted. I don't know. I don't know these people, but we're not perfect. We're not perfect, and I think that the best part of this is not being afraid to fail. We fail and then we try again. And if we're wrong, hopefully we right our wrongs. Okay, we try to make things right. Let's get one more. Let's see. Oh, that's too many, but one flew out onto the chair. So I am guided to take this one that flew out onto my chair here. Okay, never got this one before either. Success has been coming out a lot lately. Okay, it's been coming out a lot lately, the word success. Okay, success seems to be largely a matter of hanging on after others have let go. William Feather. All right, these are absolutely beautiful, colorful cards, perfect for spring. I'm sure a lot of you that went to church, y'all be so beautiful. Y'all get up and y'all put on y'all Sunday's best, all the floral things and all of that. You guys know that I do not any longer go to a traditional church, but I still have a faith-based system, and I don't do things in the traditional manner over here. But hopefully these messages help you guys somehow, somewhere, some way. So yeah, we're going to kind of dig a little bit into some more relationship things here. All right, because that's kind of like where I'm feeling like things need to go. If you're dealing with any negativity in your life, any challenges, we want to ask Spirit to help and guide us up on today. Okay. And I'm really praying for our children. I really am, because it's a lot on them at this time. It's just different. So I hope nobody got offended by my last message, what I was saying, but it's just what I'm seeing going on with the youth, and we need to support them as much as possible, even though they can be a little bit challenging to understand. They're very hard-headed, some of them, not all of them. I've met some very level-headed young people that are on their grind, but also some young people that are struggling with mental health issues, family issues, and they really don't feel supported and loved. Even some of them that you tell them that you support them and love them, they still don't believe it because the world has been so hard to them. And even some adults that are still stuck kind of in a childlike space because they are still dealing with traumas from their childhood that they have not healed in their adulthood. Okay. So I'm guided to go here to the messages of love or that. Spirit, I always feel connected to you. A soul tie. Okay. A soul tie. So this is kind of like reminding me of that last message that I had there, where it was somebody that never forgot you. You may come across someone, you may not even recognize them at first, but someone that never forgot you, always left a lasting impression. Now, this could be romantic, but it doesn't have to be. It could just be someone that was a past person, someone that you just haven't seen in a long time. And you guys, there's been a lot of deceit, a lot of slanderous things going on. This may even be someone that got caught up into believing something because they relied heavily on what they saw, what they heard from others, instead of getting things directly from you. All right, so soul tie. I always felt connected to you. Now, just because someone has a soul tie to you doesn't mean you have to hold on to the soul tie or allow that back into your energy. You guys, do what is best for you. Irreplaceable. The way you love can never be matched. Okay, again, I am getting a strong feeling that someone is either struggling with not being able to replace someone or feeling like they lost a really good one. But, if it's not equal, or I'm sorry, not equal, but a mutual feelings, sometimes you may just have to let go because there is something or someone else out there for you, okay? All right, this could even be a job that is realizing, oh my God, we lost one of our best employees. They could be wishing like, oh my God, this person, when they were here, things were so much better. Even the energy was so much better. So again, like when I talk about these things, guys, when these cards come out, it doesn't always have to mean that this is a romantic relationship. I got a little beep. Y'all heard that? That means something's about to be done. Hold on, guys. Let me see. That's my cornbread. Let me check on my let's check on. Look, we got cooking. Look, we can do cooking channel too. Cause you guys, when I get in my moods, I do like to cook. These mashed sweet potatoes, they smell amazing, you guys. I wish that you guys had the smell of it. It smells so good over here. The mac and cheese, when I tasted it, oh my gosh, guys, it's to die. Like I have some smoked Gouda in there, I have some Lombardi, I have some they have the Velveeta that comes in the packets. It's already melted. I mean, it's already, y'all know what I mean. So the squeeze packets instead of me buying the brick. I like to add a little bit of that in there. Yes, I know it's processed cheese, guys. Ooh, look at that. I wish y'all could see it looks like. It's perfect. Perfect color, rather. Okay, so I'm with y'all guys. Just, I was going to pause. I'm like, let me let y'all know what I'm doing. Because y'all never know what's going to be coming in the future. A lot of you guys have a lot of gifts, skills, and talent. You don't just, some of you guys don't just have like spiritual platforms. You have other things that you are gifted and skilled and talented at. And you can do them all. Somebody here may even be an artist. Like they may paint or draw. Somebody even may do sculpting or pottery of some kind. Bead making. I said bead making. I don't know, y'all. I don't know about that. I know that they have to get made some kind of way, but so maybe it wasn't an accident that I said bead making, but I meant to say jewelry. Someone may work with beads and make jewelry. So a lot of you are do-it-yourselfers and entrepreneurs, and that's something that I've always strived, but I've had so many starts and stops. Like that card that just came out on the table about, things that you may have previously done and they're fails. They're really not fails. Okay, you guys, I'm sorry, I'm just over here, because I do like a little honey butter thing with my cornbread on the top. I was planning on making this like a sweet potato cornbread, but then I scrapped that because I'm like, no, I really want to use my sweet potatoes to make some sweet potato mash. But I have made sweet potato cornbread in the past. So if you guys have never had that, oh, it's amazing. That's amazing as well. Oh, this cornbread looks so good, Jim. Let me put the foil back on top of here. And the last thing that'll need to go in the oven is I just, because I don't it's a lot of work to grill out, guys. So I did not take the time to do that. I'm just gonna put this meat back in the oven here to let that glaze kind of bake into the meat. Okay. So I know y'all like this is a whole different mess today. We getting a little bit throw them over here. Always the just my own unique stuff. Okay. And y'all don't even have to be on this channel. Y'all know y'all don't. I will not be offended at all. But okay, I'm gonna put the timer on for that for a moment, you guys. And then last thing has to go back in there is ribs. And I know that those of you that are vegetarians or vegans or whatever, I'm sure y'all have come up with a way to make vegan or vegetarian ribs. I have not particularly researched that, but I would love to see if that is a thing. Because at some point in time, you know, I would love to try, at least give it a try of going full, I would say probably vegetarian. I don't know about vegan because I think that's a little bit different. I don't think they use any like animal or dairy products if I'm not mistaken. So they definitely be like, what am I supposed to eat at your house today if they were here? But I do know how to make a full vegetarian meal. Okay. But I still need help in a lot of areas. But I'm back now, you guys. But I'm gonna have to pause again. So I hope y'all like that little brief intermission there with the when we're talking about my food. But let's see what other messages are gonna come out here. Oops, these cards are kind of slippery. I don't use these often. All right, what other kind of messages do we need to know, Spirit, in regards to love and relationships? Confusion. I feel unclear about where we stand. Okay, so again, I really just keep picking up on an energy of even someone who may be fearful. Maybe you don't talk to this person in the same same manners in which you used to. Like you guys may have talked frequently, you don't talk as much anymore. This could be any type of relationship. This could be someone that you were supposed to be friends with. This could be a family member. Maybe you guys talked on a more consistent level. Maybe you talked a few times a week. Some people talk to each other every day. You could have made friendships outside of work with coworkers and you no longer talk to these individuals as well. These people may be confused about where you stand. They're like, would it be weird if I contacted this person after all this time? Some people may not even know how to contact you or be fearful of contacting you because there has been a lot of people did a lot of horrible things to individuals due to false information. You know, it's I know for a fact that it's happened to me. A lot of you have had some pretty major things happen. Some of them have even been like public incidents, and it has not been fair. Also, as I split the deck here, I have habits and I have third party. Okay, these third party the third party could be part of the habits, is what Spirit just told me. Okay. I don't know if I will ever change. Someone may be even having problems leaving and when I say habits, it's got to be a bad habit. So somebody could be struggling with a gambling addiction. I'm picking up strongly about gambling addictions. I don't know if I will ever change. Oh, this could even be, if it's not addictions, it could be just like habits. Somebody may not be able to stop bad habits. Somebody may not be in that mode where they can stop cheating. Somebody may have even some other really dirty habits and secrets, even things that you don't even know that they're doing. I'll use this as an example, is that there was someone that told me that they had stopped using. Okay, I thought that they were clean. Okay, I'm not gonna reveal the identity of this person, But I was then told by the same person that they had started doing something negative to themselves, and I thought that they had told me that they were done. So even a habit of lying, like being a compulsive liar, that's also what someone may not be able to stop doing. I don't know if I will ever change. Okay? So literally just take whatever fits for your situation. If you're currently dealing with someone, or you've walked away from someone because you know that they would never be able to change their behavior. We got third party here. There were other things that got in the way of us being together. Now, third parties don't have to mean that this is a cheating situation. This could be other people in this person's ear. Oh, you don't mess with them. They got this, that, and the third going on. That person is messy, or that person is dirty, or that person is this, or that person is that. You guys, get to know somebody for themselves. Some of us have deeper. There's a deeper. For some of y'all, it's like crazy circumstances that would explain a lot of things that have gone on, and nothing surprises me anymore. Okay. This could be people listening to their family members, listening to their friends, listening to other outside sources, instead of really getting down to the bottom of it for themselves. Okay. And even having a conversation with the people or person, or even like it could be a place. Somebody could tell you, oh, don't go to that place. You know, I'm going to use this as an example. Somebody told me not to go eat at a certain restaurant because they said the food was nasty. Okay? Or someone told me one time not to watch that movie because I wouldn't like it. The movie was dumb. It was stupid. It didn't make any sense. Now, had I have listened to those, or don't watch a show, if I had to listen to those particular people and their opinions, I would have missed out on some things, because guess what? I did go eat at that restaurant because I don't listen to what other people say. Because they don't know what they were talking about sometimes. That's their opinion. You have your own opinion of things. Okay? Y'all excuse all those little beeps I told you guys ahead of time. Okay. So I have to get this out of here. Alright, and the last thing is that I'm going to be doing is putting this meat in here. To let it get a little, let this sauce, I'll let this sauce bake in here. Alright. So I know those of you that end up watching this, she got a lot of different things going on in this message. I'm not going to pause. Let's hear what I got going on in the background. I hope it's not too distracting. Like, I don't know if I'm going to post this or not. But we'll see. Okay, back to the message. All right, so I see self-love. Okay, and I see space. Okay, so someone could have just taken the time and the space to I'm not going to put those cards out there, but that's what, you know, y'all see. Self-love. Space. Okay, I'm just going to leave those in the deck, but that could be what a lot of you have taken the time to do. You know, you didn't know who you could trust. You didn't know what really, why all these things has occurred. It probably took you guys some time to figure out what in the world has been going on. And so, yeah, you just took the time to focus on self-love. You took that time and space for yourself, and you focused on yourself and your family. Okay? A lot of us are still going through some very, very real things, but like I said, joy, peace, success, words like that have been coming up heavy in my messages and in my energy lately. Okay? Even I tell my children, you know, we all have struggles, but I try to give them positive messages, and I'm human, y'all, and I'm perfectly imperfect, and sometimes I do you know, they're my kids, so I'm gonna communicate with them differently than I communicate with anybody else. All right, 3 cards came out. All right, there could be some secrets. I haven't told you everything. Somebody could have some secrets that they need to tell you. That could even be part of the fear that somebody is experiencing. They don't know how to approach you because they don't know. Oh, they like, I don't know how she's gonna take what I have to say, or he don't know how he's gonna take what I have to say. Okay, some of you have been feeling very unappreciative. I felt like you didn't care, or you could have someone that feels like that about you. It could be the way that you talk to them. It could be the way that you treat them. But sometimes a lot of y'all are just killing folks with kindness, but also a lot of y'all are giving some people some tough love as well. And maybe that's why they're taking it that way, you know, feeling like they're not appreciated. But no, you're showing them some tough love, okay? All right, we got time here. I'm afraid it's too late to take action. So somebody just not doing anything. And when you don't do anything, you know, I'm talking about myself as well. Sometimes when we take too much time and we don't do anything about something, you know, or like a lot of it, yes, you know, we just have to be honest with ourselves. It could be fear. That could be the very reason why you don't do anything, because you're fearful or you don't know who to trust. So you guys take what fits for you. You know, only you guys know why your situations are the way they are. But these messages hopefully are meant to give you some sort of clarity, to help you in some sort of way, I hope. Okay? All right? So that's all I am guided to take from these messages of love oracle deck. All right? Next I have when 2 hearts meet here, because I do feel like it's also that season for people who have been struggling. Maybe you need some help. Okay? Maybe you will finally get someone to man up, woman up, and come in and give you the support and the help that you needed, okay? Because I know if you're anything like me, I struggle with asking for help because I'm so used to figuring it all out and having to do it on my own. I ask for help, but you ever got those situations where you ask someone for help, then they give you the help, and then it's almost as if they want you to feel like you're at their beck and call, like now, oh yeah, I helped you. Don't you remember that time I helped? You know, like people that do that instead of just doing it because it's the right thing to do or doing it out of the kindness of their heart. You're not expecting anything in return. So what do we need to get here, Spirit? Synchronicity. Another word that comes with a lot of messages. A divine soul counterpart relationship is blessed with amazing moments of synchronicity. You know, just like this bee is over here pollinating this flower, okay? A divine soul counterpart. Like the bees do a lot of work for these beautiful flowers. And the color yellow, you know, can't you see my own little yellow flowers that my son gave me in the background? Okay, yellow could have some significance, the color yellow. All right, because it means joy and peace as well. Okay, and that's a synchronicity, the different messages that have been coming out consistently, and they have been positive. Okay. Any other messages here, Spirit? I don't want to keep this one too long. Embrace what destiny has in store for you. Okay? Because for some of y'all like, when is this all gonna be over? This is crazy. Like, what in the world is going on? Just hold on. Hold on to your britches. Hold on to your socks. Hold on to your hats, babies. It's gonna be all right. All right, y'all, that's another alert to let me know that, because I just had to put that meat on the broiler. As much as I would love to do it on the grill, that's just a lot of work to be cooking inside. A lot of people, if they did any type of barbecue, they probably did it yesterday. Ooh, look at that sauce, y'all. Wish y'all could see the sauce. Sauce to bake over to the meat. I'm just going to do just a quick little taste test. Because this is the one thing that I did not taste. Yes, Lord. Bless all the cooks that cooked upon today. My. Make you say, my. Sure tastes good tonight. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me stop being silly. Let's get back into this message. Okay. Where was I, Spirit? Yes, when soul connections, when two hearts meet. Any other messages, Spirit? Any other messages? We got spiritual. Your spiritual journey is beginning. Now, what I realized, and I hate that what happened to my loved one happened to him, because I feel like he was kind of like spiritually awakening, but yet in kind of a dark place all at the same time. Like, I guess some of you call it like a dark night of the soul. And y'all know how many of us are about our family, like our talking about our close family. And if you're a single mom, it doesn't matter what age your kids are. If you're that type of parent, because we know there's different types of parents out here, but you always gonna be there and support your kids no matter what, and love them no matter what. So somebody's spiritual journey is just beginning. Like, they're just starting to really get into it and understand. Okay. And I'm also going to take, let's see what else, Spirit. Let's do an Angel Connections card. All right. Angel Connections card. And everything is smelling so good, you guys. You know, I'm almost ashamed to say this, but I have never made a pot of greens. But I was out the other day and I saw everybody getting greens. And I do like greens. I eat them. I've just never personally cooked them. I mean, I have, but they'd be the ones out the can. To be honest with you, they're not that bad, the ones out the can. And I put a little bit of seasoning on there. It wasn't bad. But I do like greens, and I can pretty much cook anything. If I, look it up, I can figure out how to make it. Let's see. Call upon Shamuel for relationship help and healing, for she is the angel who teaches us about pure unconditional love and forgiveness. She connects with you through the number 777, auras of pink light, pink flowers, hearts, and rose quartz. Okay, and I did talk about those pinks and purples the other day. Okay, so this is just confirmation about what I was talking about. All right. And then let's get one more Angel Connection card, please, Spirit. One more Angel Connections card. I don't even have to do my nails red. I haven't had red nails in quite some time. All right. Oh, look at that. Rainbows are a special gift from the angels. I think one of my cards had a rainbow on it the other day. Rainbows are a special gift from angels. They are spreading their magnificent light as a bridge to guide your past troubles and on to the next level of your journey. That is so beautiful. Such a beautiful message. And look at how I just keep seeing that yellow. That yellow just keeps standing out for me in the message. Okay, so that has been an Angel Connections card. All right, guys. And I think that was just such a beautiful message that I'm just going to go ahead and leave it there. Okay. But this again just want to bring you guys something positive here on this Resurrection Sunday. Okay. For he has risen like the sun. All right. I love you guys so much. If you like what I do here on my channel, please like, share, and subscribe. and hit that bell notification button. And I will be back to give you guys another message. And if you have been struggling, just excuse the background noise, guys. If you have been struggling, just know everything is going to be all right. Okay? It's going to be all right. Just keep your head up and keep moving. All right?